Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dependent Fanatic channel. Last week, I learned a valuable lesson in that you should not bet games that you are not comfortable with. Last week, I said I wasn't comfortable with any of them games, and I decided to bet them all, and that strategy did not pay off. I was 3-6 last week out of the 9 games. This week, I have 15 games for you, and I feel a lot more confident coming up this week. It'll be the first games in November. Winding down. The season is winding down here. The first game this weekend is Saturday at noon. Ohio State is at Rutgers. I thought Ohio State would win this game 38-10, and the line is 18.5. So obviously I'm going to take Ohio State to cover minus 18.5 points. I'm going to bet that game. Texas A&M is at Ole Miss, and Ole Miss is favored by 3 points, and that's what I had as a score prediction, 27-24. So I'm going to stay away from this game. It could go either way. Notre Dame at Clemson. Notre Dame is favored by 3 on the road, and that's exactly what I had as well, 24-21. So I'm going to stay away from that game as well. But if I had to pick, I'd take Clemson, and in the Texas A&M and Mississippi game, if I had to pick, I would take Texas A&M. Connecticut at Tennessee should be a blowout. The line is 35-5. I had Tennessee 70-0. So I'm going to bet that game. I think they almost double up that spread. At 2 o'clock, Arizona State is at Utah. Utah is favored by 11 points. I think they win the game, but not by 11 points. I think they win 20-17. Arizona State's defense is pretty good, and Utah's offense is stagnant without Cameron Rising. I think they win 20-17. I'm going to take Arizona State, though, and 11 points, and I'm going to bet that game. At 3:30, there's a few games. Missouri is at Georgia, and Georgia is favored by 15.5 points. That's not enough. I think Georgia wins 38-14, and I'm going to take Georgia minus 15.5 points, and I'm going to bet that game. Florida State at Pitt. Florida State is favored by 21.5 points. I do not think that they will win by that much. I had Florida State winning 34-17. Remember, Pitt is the team that took down Louisville. I don't think they'll take down Florida State, but it's going to be a closer game than Vegas thinks. Give me Pitt minus 21.5 points, and I will bet that game. Penn State is at Maryland, and Penn State coming off a loss to Ohio State in a close game versus Indiana. Can they bounce back and have a good performance on the road versus probably the 4th best team in the Big Ten East? I think they can. Penn State's favored by 8.5 points. That's not enough. I think they win 34-17. Give me Penn State minus 8.5 points. I'll bet that game as well. Oklahoma is at Oklahoma State in the, what do they call this, Bedlam? Oklahoma is favored by 5.5 points. I think Oklahoma State gets the upset at home. Oklahoma losing to Kansas last week. They're going to lose 2 in a row here. I think Oklahoma State wins 37-31. Give me Oklahoma State, but I will take the 5.5 points, and I will bet that game. Iowa is at Northwestern. Iowa is favored by 5 points on the road. They have a new offensive coordinator now, an interim guy. We'll see how he does. Can he do better than Brian Ferentz? I don't think he'll do any better this week. Iowa will win 17-3. That's a 14-point difference. I will take Iowa minus 5 points, and I will bet that game. At 5:30, Cal is at Oregon, and Oregon's favored by 24.5 points. I think they win 42-17. That is 25 points. It's close. It's really close to call, but I'm going to take Oregon. I'm going to pick them to cover the 24.5 points, and I will bet that game. At 7:30 at night, Purdue is at Michigan. Michigan is favored by 32.5 points, and that is not enough in this game. Michigan will win 56-7. is my prediction, and I will bet that game as well. I did an entire preview on that game. If I remember, I'll put it up in the cards so you guys can go and watch that if you have not already. Washington, also at 7:30, is at USC, and they are favored by 3 points on the road at the Trojans. I think this game goes into overtime, and I think USC wins in overtime 45-38. There's a 7-point differential there. Give me USC to win outright. And I'm going to pick that on the money line. I don't need any points. Give me USC to win this game, and I will bet it. Also at 7:30 is LSU at Alabama. Alabama is favored by 3 points. I think they win by 6, 34-28. It's going to be a nice battle between the two giants in the SEC West, and I think Alabama comes out on top, and I will bet that game as well. And your final game, the 15th game of this week, at 10:30 at night, UCLA is at Arizona, and UCLA is favored by 3 points as well. I think Arizona gets the upset in this matchup, 31-27. So give me Arizona on the money line against UCLA to win that game, and I will bet that as well. So there you have it. It's going to be it's a loaded slate of contests here coming up this Saturday. We got games tonight, and I think there's a couple tomorrow, or one at least tomorrow. So stay tuned. And I think we're having a party here at our house Saturday night for the Michigan-Purdue game. So I may not be able to do a video on that until Sunday. But if I do a video, you might see some new friendly faces on the channel. Some friends and family might be included in one of my videos. So might be. We'll see. Depends on how they feel about it. Well, there you have it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Remember to like the video, share, and subscribe, and have a great day out there.